How about that opening game in this first round series between ourselves and the Coyotes? Going to OT, we win 4-3. The power play came up clutch for our team. I thought we had one of the most highly contested overtime periods I've ever played in the GM mode. Having the AI learning bumped up made a huge difference, so I just bumped it up one from where it was for the previous playoff runs that we've done. Same sliders and everything, just AI learning turned up by one notch. I'll tell you this, I thought their goaltender Burke was incredible. I thought we were going to have a hard time scoring on him. It was a highly competitive affair. I expect nothing less between these two teams going into game two. This is the status through two games in the West between San Jose and Edmonton. They played two games. They have split. Likewise, St. Louis and Nashville have split through the first two games in that series. Florida and Montreal have split 1-1 series. 2-0 series lead, Columbus over Buffalo. Everyone saw that coming. I wouldn't be surprised to see if Columbus makes another run at the Stanley Cup final. I could tell coming out of game one, this is going to be a battle of a series. It's going to take everything in this team's power to win 4 games against the Coyotes if game one has anything to say for what this series may become. It's unfortunate for Mrazek. He has an 875, and yet he was every bit as good as Brendan Burke was. Well, I don't know. I think Burke was impressive in game one. He scares me. He stood tall on a lot of opportunities. We had a lot of misses as well. We piled the shots on. And just because you outshoot a team does not necessarily mean that you were the better team in the contest. We were barely the better team in game one. The Coyotes cashed in on their chances early in that game. They got an early lead. They're searching for the early lead here. They've come out with a fire under their bellies to begin this opening shift of game two. Obviously, the disappointment of dropping game one in overtime. It's going to weigh heavily on this Coyotes team. Fed for Perry toward the back door, but he was not quite able to connect on that pass. Sagan has had quite the series. He had a multi-goal game one, but it was Roddick Fox that was the hero in overtime. He continues to be a big-time player for the Calgary Flames. He was huge in the Stanley Cup final, of course, obviously in game four. As Calvert takes a big shove to the ice there after getting the puck up from neutral. Dumped in by Bodker. Fox will get it. He leaves it there behind himself. It's going to be... Oh, my God! And that's going to be an own goal for all intents and purposes. Hansel, the captain, gets his first of the playoffs. As it was just a fluke play. Watch... Oh, my God. Watch Laxo. It is Alexei Laxo. He whacks it backwards, and it fools Mrazek, who's... Again, giving up a weak goal on the post while stand-up hinged on the post. The Coyotes break through early again, and they get the first goal of the game. We've seen this story before. Does not guarantee that the Coyotes will win the game. And the issue for me is, man, at times, I got to say, this Burke has looked difficult to score on. We've had a slow start to this game as well. We can't seem to get collectively together as a Flames team. Now, also, I gotta say this, I freaking hate that I had to do a post-com for game one. When I started recording, the audio was fine initially, and somewhere along the way, Audacity, which, oh, what a beautiful hit by Kujawenski. Kuju, as I called him in game one in the live com that didn't record, but yeah, I was recording, and I looked over at Audacity, and it was no longer functioning. So when I started the beginning of the recording for game one, the audio recording software was going, and then it just failed midway through game one. So I had no choice but to come back and do a post-com. I realized that about halfway through the game that it wasn't capturing any audio. So I was doing So for most of the game, I was doing a live comm for no reason. Drop pass by Faxa. Actually going to be picked up by Calvert. Calvert trying to make the pass down low for Faxa, but he was nudged at the last second before the pass could be completed. Coming back through. Shot. Turned on. I believe that was Virtanen. Back to the point it goes. Ekholm shoots. Deflection. Save. We had a good deflection of our own in game one that I thought was going to be a goal. It literally hit both posts. I think it hit both posts on a deflection in front of Burke. So he got away with one. We made a nice save by Peter Mrazek on this change of direction to snare that with a glove. Not easy to do when the puck rapidly alters its trajectory in the fashion that it did there. Sagan taking the D-zone draw. Won by the Coyotes. Shot from the point. It's on. Pad save. Mrazek scrambles to cover. Wristed along the boards. Got to watch that for a potential hit with the defenseman pinching in. Sagan is on side here. We're going to chip this down low. We got to believe that our teammates have made the read. Perry did make the right read. He's going to try to help out Riley Smith on this forechecking effort. But the Coyotes are out of the zone. It's Bodker. We can't get frustrated. We had a game one where for much of the game, we were playing a poor game, and I was getting frustrated myself, and I would say the Flames were getting very frustrated with the way that their game one was going. But we stuck with our game. We got some power play opportunities, and boy, did we make them count. And we got back into game one very quickly. Laxo panicked, clear along the boards. We were just having a tough time getting out of our own zone. This is a much more well-prepared Coyotes team. Sagan, a spin move. Look at that toe. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Sagan. Oh, my goodness. Sagan's shot on the net. All of that generated one shot on goal, one-and-done scenario for the Flames. Finally, some offensive voodoo for the Calgary Flames. Can we get into the back of the net? That's the question. Perry is hounding the man at the point. One-timer save. High-flying action to begin this game. Can you tell that just by changing the AI, that was a nice shot by Boguniecki. Bogs goes at it. He's still got the puck. That size, you can't knock that guy off the puck very easily. But you can tell with the AI learning change that we have a much more competitive game and a game. Oh my goodness, that's a penalty. Yes, it is. There's a lot of variety in the gameplay now, but I had no control over that. I did not go to hit. I was just going to retrieve it, and Ekblad decides, well, I'm going to light this guy up behind our net. That's what you get for going after that puck, but Ekblad's got to sit in the penalty box now. We got a neutral zone face-off. So at least we're starting this penalty kill in the neutral zone. We've had a slow start to this game. Burke has to track that puck into the pad. He deflected it away, allows his teammates to gather and break out of the zone. Holmberg, he was a victim of a few big hits in the first game, was Holmberg. He was also did he score a goal? I believe he was a goal scorer. That changes direction off of Kujawinski's attempt. Now Riley Smith by the side of the Phoenix net. Blum walks middle. Blum shoots. Pad save. There is a rebound available. Smith kicked back to the point. Kujawinski. Kuju shot on. And Kuju has become my official nickname, as I don't know that if I'm going to be able to replicate that in the post commentary, but in the live comm, when Kujawinski in game one had that shot on the pad, it was I believe it was a breakaway. I panicked and called him Kuju, and I was going to call him Kuja as his nickname, but Kuju is going to be. I'm going to stick with Kuju, and I will try to replicate that, of course, in the post comm. I don't know how much that will be elaborated on in the post commentary. We've done a great job stifling this power play. They've had a hard time getting much of anything set up, and the power play's been our bread and butter of this series. At least in game one it was. So the hero, the man of the series right now, Radek Faksa, shooting glove side. Burke will play that, obviously, to his defenseman. Probably shouldn't have. Simon Luff, now Faksa. Luff shoots. Six-side save. Luff is on it. He's hounding Petrangelo. It's wristed along behind the not the Flames net, the Coyotes net. Brought ahead into the Flame zone now. Harris will send it further in. Go on a change. Laxo retrieves. Stops behind his own net. Draws the forecheck in. He ran into the side of the net. There's a penalty coming up to Phoenix. Something Phoenix does not want to do. They got to stay out of the penalty box. Oh, what a move. What a move. What a goal. Oh, what a goal. Karan on the receiving end of that. What creativity. Was that Riley Smith that had the assist? No, it was Lars Eller. I didn't even see what number. I wasn't even really paying attention. I was mesmerized by the goal. Karan, I think, basically taps this with the stick. He just gets a tap. No, he kind of shoveled it along the ice, and it goes through the 5-hole. That's a goal that Burke's going to want back. The Coyotes were on the verge of going on a penalty kill. The power play is not even necessary for Calgary this time. We get a goal on the delayed call, turned over to Colborne. Faxa, you got to skate back. I know, buddy, you're probably a little bit out of gas after that last shift and that last possession. Calvert has it on the wing. And Calvert drops it behind himself to his teammate, but his teammate was nowhere near. That was really poorly done. Nice D-to-D pass, and this can be slapped in. We're going to chase this down. Look at the dump and chase retrieval. Calvert inside, picked up Faxa, fakes, shoots, rebound. He faked a slap shot, then got a nice little wrister on, saved by Burke. They're going to be forced to chip this behind our net. I want to keep making them do that the whole game. We'll go back and reverse it out the other side. Look at the speed of Calvert. Calvert. Oh, Calvert, stay with this. And the goaltender has come out of his goal crease. The net has come free. Seems like we're starting to get our legs going underneath us late in this period. Better late than never. It was actually the Coyotes player that just went full ass into his own goaltender. And that's what freed the net from the pegs, or from the ice surface at least. Eller does not win the faceoff, but Eller having that beauty assist. He's all over it in this game right now. He had that nice play to set up Karan. Karan with a nice shove at center ice for him. If they're going to dump it in, put a body on him. Make him pay that price. Boguniecki, I've been very impressed with Boguniecki, especially the size. It's been very evident. Lars Eller out here just dangling and creating plays. He still goes after the puck on the forecheck. He's not giving up. We play this 1-2-2 style. That's an icing if we can touch it. Simon Luff, they just peel away, and they don't even try to negate icing. I'm not going to complain. I have no problem with that. This is Boguniecki. It couldn't be a more appropriate number for a player of his stature to wear. Number 54. It just seems right. Fits the name and everything. It's the right number. And I've just been impressed with his size and how physical he's played so far in the series. We're one game deep, but I've been very impressed. Laxo settles it and shoots, but he's wide. Back to the point. Now back down low for Perry. Now banked back. Perry trying to move it. Prevails on the stick lift. You can't fight off the strength of a 37-year-old Corey Perry, man. He may be old, but he is strong. Laxo just wrists it toward the net. That'll be a pad save. Easy save for Burke, but you can see the forecheck is going to work. We have dogged it off the outside of the net. Smith back for Sagan. Oh my good. Twisted on the backhand by Perry. Hooking penalty coming up to Tyler Sagan, however. Oh, the passing on that was so awesome. Could you imagine if we had just immediately shot it as soon as Perry got the puck? Delayed call now against the Flames, who have already killed one penalty off in this game. Shot, deflection in front of Mrazek. He covers there. And this is a stick infraction. I believe it's going to be hooking dealt to Tyler Sagan. It was against, I don't know who was skating the puck out for the Coyotes, but it is number 91 to the box for Calgary. Back to the penalty kill. We didn't allow them to register a single shot on the goal the first time around, so that's what I have to say about our power play. The power kill is, or our penalty kill rather, the power kill for us, because it's almost like for us, it's almost like having a power play, even though we're shorthanded. I mean, we play as if we have the man advantage when we are shorthanded. What a play by Laxo. That was well defended. The key for us in this series is going to be defending them off the rush, which I thought we did splendidly in game one, especially in the overtime. Look at the overspeed. Faxa has his man beat. Oh, Faxa, why? Of all the times in the world to do a spinorama, that's not it. That is the least appropriate time to go for that. The Coyotes are offside, brought in by Domi. When are we getting a replay of Faxa, who's been a beast in this series, but I don't know why he did a spinorama on a breakaway. Should have just take the simple shot when you have it. You have a one-on-one with the goalie. Take the shot when you've got it. Oh, Riley Smith. We got speed against this defender as well. Smith takes a surefire shot, so this time he was smart and actually took the surefire shot. We're right on top of him. We just couldn't quite get the turnover when I wanted it. That's going to deflect back. Riley Smith slapped in. He avoids a body check as well in getting that puck in deep. So penalty should just about be killed off. We might be going into the intermission here. What a hit thrown by the defenseman. It was Clefbaum, cleared out of the zone. That's the final horn for the first 20 minutes. It's just 20 minutes a game, but you got to say, I like the way the Flames are playing right now. Got to be a little more disciplined. That's my main complaint. This is going to be a heavy-handed series. I can I can feel the waves of intensity shifting between the two teams in each game in this series so far. It seems like each team gets a good shift, each team gets a good push. Their power play has had left a lot to be desired, however, this Phoenix power play in this series. There's a dump in on the net from far outside by Pietrangelo and played out behind the blue line. Faksa with all that speed in the world. I think we got a delayed call. It's against, oh no, we're right back to the box. Interference, Aaron Ekblad. I'm very surprised at this penalty call, to be honest. It happened in front of the net against Laurent Dauphin. That was pretty bad. Did you see the knee of Dauphin? I said this at the end of the first period. You know, going into the intermission, I said we need to be more disciplined. I know we haven't allowed an official recorded shot on goal for the Coyotes power play. Excuse my burp. But if at some point, you know, inevitably, I feel like they're going to come through. They're going to strike. We were right there on the forecheck with Kuju. And he still prevails. He still has the puck, or did have it for a moment there. Rundblad brings this in toward the corner. We got a board play. Good effort defensively. That's what we need to do. We did a great job in game one, like I said. That's a bad giveaway, however. Lesio was pinned. That slows progression down for the Coyotes' man advantage here. Holmberg had it temporarily. We've got to airlift this thing down the rink, get a line change in there. In the overtime, we were very calm defending off the rush. Radek Faksa, who else on it? And he staples Domi along the boards. That was a frantic play by Domi. He didn't need to be that frantic with it or that spastic. Nice stick check again. Faksa sends it along for Sagan. Why in the world did Ekholm twist and turn his body? Sagan from a bad angle. Surprising Burke with that shot, perhaps. He made the save, and nonetheless, he did seal the short side. Holmberg bothered and defended well by Ristolainen. Inside positioning with your sticks and your bodies. Get in the lanes. Ristolainen will shovel it out. That'll be the first shot on goal for the power play. Well, the power play has gone all for naught for the Phoenix Coyotes. Holmberg almost had a breakaway. I was very concerned about that potential breakaway. Chopped along by Lasso. Oh, we got a lasso out here. Pietrangelo D to Pulley. Back to Pietrangelo. And head manned up for Harris. That should be dumped in. But nope. There it is right on that blue line. Dauphin gets in. Shoots it. Sharp angle shot. That'll be covered by Mrazek. That's the time to take the whistle. It's been all Coyotes. Ever since the tail end of that power play, it's been all Coyotes. The tide has shifted a little bit. This game is pivotal too. You know, we can potentially take 2 games on the road, steal home ice away from this team. Obviously, go up 2-0 in the series. It would be massive. I'm really hoping that we'll get through this series, getting the first game, especially on the road in overtime. And I cannot state enough how important that is. Boguniecki goes for the hip check on that. He should have just steamrolled Ekholm. He has now. I mean, the size of Boguniecki, I mean, you just don't stand a chance, dude. That's an icing. We're going to really let that go for icing. Ekblad will touch. No more penalties, Ekblad, for interference or any otherwise. This is the hit on Ekholm, and I got to say, look at that. Nope, that's clean, man. I mean, I know he went face first into the boards. I mean, he Supermaned him right into the boards right there. But, I mean, it was a clean hit. It was from the side. That's just a size difference, man. This guy is absolutely going to torment every team we go up against in this playoffs. Oh, Kujawenski had a chance on the net. He had a couple of good chances on the net in game one that just missed. Like he had a one-timer in the slot. It's somewhere in there in game one. He does prevail with the puck off the back of the net. That's Pavel Datsyuk stuff. Oh, wow. What a save by Burke. I got to give it up to Burke. Ristolainen quick up. This is Corey Perry. He's onside. Perry twists away from the pressure. Across to Clefbaum. He's going to draw a penalty. We can go back to Clefbaum. It's a free play. Down low. Foligno. I love the way that we're playing. Just no pressure from us. Just playing a very loose game. Especially when we get that power play. Ekblad skate away. We'll get the touch. Holmberg touches. It was a hook to the captain. It's Hansel, the goal scorer for Phoenix in this game as well. Been a long-time member of this Coyotes organization. Clefbaum drew the penalty. I loved every second of that delayed call, the patience with the puck. We're not trying to force anything. It's a free play, so you can do whatever you want, but If we can get a really good high-quality look, I'll take that. So the power play was a bright spot in Game 1. It has been in this series. And I'm sure the Coyotes are just dreading seeing the power play go to work. For the first time in this game, of course. We've seen too many penalties called against my team, my Flames. I'd like to see a couple of power plays given back the other way. Return the favor. Oh my God, that was a surprising play. I wasn't expecting Perry to end up with the puck. So that's airlifted down the ice. That's actually so slow. It's going to buy a lot of time. That's a giveaway. That's such a bad giveaway. Oh, here we go. Great poke check by Mrazek. Heads up play by the goalie. We're going to send this to the outside. All the space in the world to just send that puck to the outside. Hanowski getting teammates involved. Ekblad steps into one, but he missed the net. It's been a big problem for us. A lot of misses on one-timers in this series. Now, it's there and covered by Burke. Good one-timer. I think that was Perry. It was an ideal play. Good puck movement, too. We got to use that guy at the point to kind of spread it around, draw the penalty killers to us, open up a space on the ice, create mismatches, create a little 2-on-1s or something. Just shot it right into the freaking mask. That's the issue with that. You got to shoot for the corner. You might get a goal there. Uh-oh, Clefbaum under pressure. I mean, even under duress, man, we're calm with this puck. Chalustie's spinning around with it. Oh, and the feet of Clefbaum, who toe drag dangles around. Smith handles it and picks up his teammate. Smith nudged. It's enough from Lesio to free the puck up and get it clear. It's been the best PK the Coyotes have had in this series. Last 20 seconds to go. Number 19, Chalustie inside positioning. That'll be a blocker side save. Pietrangelo out of the zone. Retrieved by Calvert, who sends it through the feet of the Coyotes forechecker to get it up to Riley Smith, who has dangled to the outside. A little bit of a mix and mash of Flames players. Calvert to give away. Lesio has sprung free on what's a partial break. He's going to cut back. You knew he would. Protects the puck. Leaves it for Pulley. Oh, that just did trickle wide of the net off of Mrazek. Clefbaum flung out of the zone by Calvert, who picked up his defenseman. We're slow on the ice. We got a lot of tired Flames players out here. Look at these. Look at these forechecking beasts. Cron's going to go across the rink to try and hunt this down against Rundblad. Eller pokes it back along. Caron keeps it in the zone. That's that 1-2-2. And that allows the defenseman to get on the ice and keep the pressure up. Blocker side save off of Luff. Luff is battling his way up on the play. And if the Coyotes, they might seize opportunity here. Holmberg is free. 2-on-1 opportunity. Diving play across. They run into Mrazek. No. No, no, no. You do not do that. They ran right into Mrazek. I should have fought. There was a prompt for me to fight. To Lucy's blocker side attempt that Burke denied. He's been brilliant in the goal crease in this whole series. The main thing that's let them down is their PK. Taking dumb penalties and allowing us to set up on the power play, which, like I said, the power play has been brilliant as needed through much of this series, through the first game in the series at least. Left a little bit to be desired the first time around on the ice tonight, but that's not something I'm going to be dramatically worried about. Our defending here off this rush play is. What a play, though, by Laxo. He still blocked it anyway. Laxo will twist it to the far side. There's the breakout. Got that weak side breakout going here. Kujawinski sends it along and retrieves the return pass. Knocked out of the air. The defense was too much on that play by the Coyotes. I love how competitive this series has been. This has been a very competitive series with the AI. We just have to flip this thing in and hope we can get it back on the forecheck. Rundblad will pick it up. With how intense this series is, I actually prefer the post-com because at least once I realized that I was going to end up having to do a post-com when I did game one, I could focus entirely on the gameplay. Sagan flips it wide of the net. Drop back for Gormley. Across the Lesio, but he's offside. He was well in ahead of the blue line on that zone entry for the Coyotes. We'll do a neutral zone faceoff near side to Burke and the Coyotes net. Foxa loses the faceoff, but it is gathered now. Hanowski shoots. Rebound opportunities. We saw plenty of that in game one. The rebound opportunities galore off of Burke, so we got to be hunting. We got to be crashing the net. It will be a strategy adjustment should we really need a goal. And there's the first controller disconnection of game two. Took a while. Oh, Simon Luff. That's a costly play right there. Simon Luff. You got to stop twirling and spinning, buddy. Calvert banks it behind him to the outside. Pietrangelo was wise to that play. He has the puck now. It goes behind the Coyotes' net, trying to find the breakout. But you can see how the aggressive forecheck is causing problems. Shot by Faxa several times, put on and denied by Burke each time. What a response from the Coyotes' netminder. They're forced to dump this puck in. Mrazek plays it for his defense. Bristol line it out from behind the Flames net. Boguniecki. Good luck knocking this guy off the puck. A swivel move by Boguniecki. He goes to the corner. He's going to be board played, kicked along for Eller to retrieve. He's going to be nudged by Hansel, but he prevails and handles himself. Boguniecki had a good opportunity on the net. Played at center. Clefbaum slaps it into the zone. Good forechecking opportunity for this bottom six line. Great hit by Caron. Nice and legal, as you should do them. Clefbaum is caught defensively a little bit, but he doesn't have enough of a step as Clefbaum gets back. Drop pass for Sagan. Sagan, a wrister for the corner over the net. Got the high glass behind Burke. Brought through center. Chip toward Mrazek. That'll be a face-off. Slow the game down for a second. We're going to slow the pace of this one down. And I don't know what this is. We're getting a replay. This might be the miss that Sagan just had. Yes, it is. It was left. Look at all the ice he had to skate into, and that's where he shot it. He almost hit the camera. He almost hit the camera behind the net. So we got that left shot in the circle. We need to win this to the corner if we can. Kudrwinski does perfectly to win that through the corner. Now you got to be on the boards and become the support play. It's going to be banked out the center. Pulley has no problem handling that off the weird bank, off the glass and out of the zone there. Watson back for Pulley. Now Rundblad, the defenseman, handles it back to his D partner Pulley on the drop. Pulley in his own, all the way back into his own zone into the corner. But he's handling himself well. Coyotes don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing on this breakout. This is a very, it's just unorthodox breakout. Whatever works for you, I guess. I see it. I see cross rink. It's behind Sagan. Well behind Sagan and intercepted by the Coyotes. They go the other way with it. Boucher pressured by the forecheck of Sagan. Into the pad. Sagan. Oh! Almost had a full charge goal there late in the period. What a backbreaker that would have been. If Phoenix had given up a goal on that play, man, you could imagine the momentum swing going into the third period of play. That would have been huge. The saves from Burke, as timely as ever as they've needed to be. There's the replay of how they ran into Peter Mrazek. And then, of course, we've run into Burke a few times in this series, so we're not without fault for doing that as well to their goaltender. We got a good one on our hands. Stay tuned for this third period of play. Goalies duel. Goalies duel part 2, really, but more of a goaltender duel than what we ever had in Game 1. Shots are much closer through 40 minutes of game. 26 shots to the Coyotes' 18, so we are out shooting the Coyotes with the 26 on the net. But, of course, we've been pretty relentless. We're not hesitating to shoot the puck when we see an opportunity. When we see fit, we got to be careful with that puck around our own net. An easy saucer pass to Riley Smith. A chance to dump this in, I probably should have. But no, we're going to prevail. Riley Smith kicks along. Perry, back to the point. That's what's wide open. Love to shoot. He wastes no time looking for the deflection up front. Back to the point now. Ekblad, nice play by Ekblad. Quick one-timers, Luff, again wide. We'll do it again from the point. Back down low to Perry. We'll wrap this to the corner. Perry, dog on a bone. Oh boy, Perry, watch yourself coming back through. We know how agitated Corey Perry gets in these games. But you got to be responsible. You cannot take dumb penalties. Calvert, oh my God, Calvert up to Ekblad, who's joining the play. Slap that in. Dumped in off the back of the net. It is settled behind Burke by Gormley. And the Coyotes knocked back in. Hanowski nudged off the puck. He had a chance to fight for that. Yeah. Pressure him. Force them to go up that weak side. We got a change going on while Hartman comes in. And we'll take the face-off. I didn't like that play. I don't know what we did on that play. We allowed them to stretch the ice. They caught us changing perfectly timed for that change, for that D change, for them to catch us on the D change rather. Peter Mrazek's been tall in this opening frame of the third period. I needed him to be. This is why we pay you to win Stanley Cups, Peter Mrazek. Pulley shot did not get through. It was blocked. Horizontal sling across the zone. Toulouse is so far offside. It's not even funny. I mean, you might as well have been in the next state. That's how far offside he was. And I don't know what we're getting a replay of, but man, EA Sports. Yeah, let's look at Foligno's horizontal cross rink clear that led to before that offside happened. Karan, we should just twist and fire this puck in. It's a perfect dump in, but Burke will settle it and play it away from the Flames forecheck. Karan back on the net. Burke will settle into the glove. Simple play. Get it right back on the net. It gets twisted right back up the boards. You get a chance to keep it in. Don't overcomplicate anything. Just send it right back on the net. You can see the replay here of Karan. We're getting a lot of replays of useless stuff. These are useless replays, in my opinion. I don't need to see every single thing that's happened in this game. Down low. Oh, Kudrwinski didn't read me on that one. Talusti battle. Continue battling. I don't think we've seen the last of the penalties for this game. I could be wrong. Holmberg taken out. What a big ride he was on right there. I see the breakout on the board. Talusti waiting patiently for me. Great play by Yuri Talusti. Gonna pull up. Waiting. I see backdoor. Oh, I saw Foligno in the slot. He was in the slot by the time I was gonna pass it to him. Foligno gets a stick on that. Holmberg, he's very wary of bringing the puck in. He's gonna be beaten and battered and bruised every time he tries to bring that puck across on the zone entry. Talusi's now on the far side of the rink from where he was in the last break-in. So Talusi drops it to Nowheresville. What a dumb drop pass. I mean, I got to take responsibility for that one. That was pretty bad. I was kind of hopeful that it would land on one of my teammates' sticks. This is not the time and not the game to try and get experimental with it. Oh, no. Oh, okay, that took out. That's why sometimes you don't dump it in. Now, we're going to dump it in ourselves and see what kind of bounce it takes for us. It does not take a Calgary Flames friendly bounce. Keep that forecheck going, Hanowski. He knows what Flames hockey is all about. He's been a longtime member of this Flames staff trying to get the job done. He's gotten the job done twice as a member of the Calgary Flames, winning the Stanley Cup with us. Oh, no. A little behind Perry. I don't know where Perry was going. He was just following my breakout play that I created. Cross rink dump in, or cross corner dump in. Got two defensemen on this guy. We should come away with possession. We do. Perry will lead the charge. He flips it in. An easy wrist shot, dump in. And Perry was right there, man. The puck squeaked right out toward him. Boucher is wide, and he is defended well. Ekblad from out behind his own net. He's got freedom to skate this. He's going to skate the puck. Ekblad turns, fires. Just not the time to miss the net. His Flames possessions have ended in misery. So far, not a whole lot of anything going offensively speaking for us in this period. There's a wide open Boguniecki. Bogues, what can you do? He shoots. Rebound. He crashed the net beautifully. Burke just gave no... The one time Burke doesn't give a rebound, we crash the net in a beautiful fashion. Boguniecki kicks it along the boards for Eller. Eller bumps it off the boards to himself. Ekblad walks middle. Leaves it for Luff. Shot. Low to the ice. Boguniecki put the rebound on. There's that rebound that we so desperately needed. But no goal. This line... Is this my... What is this? My fourth line? Yes, this is my fourth line. They are a dog on a bone. Man, they're having great shifts every time they're out there. Foligno picks it up at center. He goes to the outside. Foligno stopping. Cut back move. The play behind the net is covered off for right now. Now it's not. A little really hard rim around for Kudrwinski. Now for Foligno. Gormley intercepted it. Had a good opportunity to set the backdoor play up. Kudrwinski through center. Has the intercept. He'll skate it up. They have a chance. Punch it to the outside to get around the defense. That's actually a neat move. Bank pass is perfect for Blum. We have the one-timer Lax, so it's blocked down. Kudrwinski, toe drag move. Now back down low for Kudrwinski behind the net. We keep this line rolling. Laxo pinches in. He swats at it, but did not get a piece of that puck. Hansel with a great play. He's got possession now. Streaking up the boards. He goes steaming into the zone. Stays with the puck. Turns, fires. Rebound. Kicked off the side of the net or off the side of Mrazek. I'm not even sure if he gets credit for a save on that. We got a piece of that. Not a good play by Hanowski. He bumped it back to the Coyotes, but it's an errant pass, and it goes for icing. And now we can really settle down for a moment in this game. That's the shot from a bad angle. Gave a weird rebound, but that's not even the play that I want to see. There was the point shot that Boguniecki had a second chance opportunity on right by the side of the net. I wanted to see that replay instead. We're winding down the last like 6 minutes of this game, are we not? Trangelo's pinned. Karan digs it out. He's going to be bothered on that possession. Kicked further down. The great support by this line. This group of bodies really supporting each other well. Boguniecki's... Oh my God! Robbery! Robbery! Karan in front. Turned aside again by Burke. This goaltender is magical for the Coyotes, I mean, he's giving you every opportunity to stay in a game and in a series. It's off the glass and out. Boguniecki at center. He skates past. He's past the D. Deeks does not have possession anymore. I just have a good feeling about Boguniecki in this game. Bogues is going to be, he's going to come through. I believe in him. Just waiting for 54 to get on that score sheet with a goal tonight. I can feel it in my bones. 1-2-2, man. 1-2-2. You want to cover that off Ekblad, cover off that lane, the drive. Hansel rebound off the side, and that one's definitely off the side of the net. We got to break it out. These guys are having some good rush plays in this third period of play. Down low, Sagan couldn't get the game winner. Back up top, goes to the point. Further back down low off of Luff. He sent it back in. Stay in your position. They're going to get a breakout. They're going to get a chance here. Bodker. We got to close Bodker off. We do nicely. The other side, weak side breakout for Luff. He's going to take a hit, so he's got to be ready to make that play. Bertanen to Mrazek. We'll leave it. We have help. Simon Luff waiting by the side of his own net. He skates it out in front of Mrazek. A dangerous play. Very risky. Oh, the controller disconnects are really ruining my flow state. Oh, Hanowski. I had a chance. I've had many chances to end this game. There's the 1-2-2. Yes, Hanowski. Yes, Hanowski. He was really bothered by the AI forechecker. Good opportunity to get the puck back. Coyotes dump and change. We are effectively, whether you like it or not, we're in overtime at this point, even if it's not officially overtime. Hanowski twisted along. Roddick Fox, it goes off the stick. And I'm sure the Coyotes are glad to see he does not have a chance on the net. On that play, he has been a terrorizing force in this series against the Coyotes already. This is Peter Mrazek's save on, I'm not even sure the name of the player. I don't know who had the chance. He's on the first line with Hansel and Bodker. Number 18. We'll figure out who you are soon enough. You can see in the top left the shots on goal, the disparity between these two teams. That's, oh my God, I thought that was going to be a giveaway and a turnover. Laxo twisted toward the net. We're going to go back up top. Now bank it back down low. It's actually going to be left perfectly for Talusti. Talusti fires, hits the post. Oh, Talusti, the game was right there at the post. Oh, we opened that up perfectly for ourselves. How do we not win the game? Well, sealed off by Laxo. Flip down to the zone. Talusti will have a second bite at the cherry here. Talusti staying with it. Dog on a bone off the back of the net. What the hell was that? Oh my God. Talusti, we're going to send this back in. And we're still offside. Riley Smith has not tagged up. Unfortunate timing to not tag up on that, but we got that aggressive forecheck really established. Bothered in the zone. Should have got the puck back. That was a good play by Tyler Sagan on the forecheck. In. Play to the corner. Blum. Sent down the rink. Overtime for the second consecutive night in Phoenix. We are going to be going to OT. Man, these two teams are a match made in heaven in this series. They really are. They are that close. I mean, you could throw a blanket over both of these teams. They're so close. That was nearly it. That was almost the game winner. I told you, man, I got a feeling about Boguniecki. I'm going to need all four of my lines in this overtime period to come through. This is the biggest moment in this series yet. An opportunity for one team to even the series score at one game apiece. An opportunity for your Flames to go up 2-0 and steal home. We've already stolen home ice by winning game one, in my opinion. We've already taken home ice. Like, we could really take home ice emphatically with a win here tonight. We can't even get out of our own D zone to save our lives right now. So I'm going to punch this to the outside. Sagan skate into that. Create some space for yourself. Riley Smith scores! The game is over! Flames take a 2-0 lead. That is twice in 2 games in overtime where a pull-up play. Look at Sagan pull up, find the space down low for Riley Smith. It slides along the ice, 5-hole. We're going back to Calgary with a 2-0 series lead. I almost said back to Phoenix. We are in Phoenix, but we're out of here, baby. Get on that plane and head right back home. We have a series to take. I mean, I mean, they didn't even deserve the goal that they scored in this game, if we're being honest with ourselves. But what a game. I mean, both goals for us in this one were very similar to each other. Both teams had chances. You can't deny that both teams have had their chances in this game to win it. in regulation, but it takes OT again, but barely any time in overtime.